Save Our Seas, read to you by Carol Brigham. April is Earth Month. It's a time to learn more about our planet. We need to know how to keep it safe for all the beings that live on it. The good news. Last year's Earth Day theme was the oceans. The actions last year helped the U.S. Congress to pass the Save Our Seas bill. The purpose is to stop polluting the Earth's oceans. On October 12, 2018, President Donald Trump signed the Save Our Seas bill into law. Why are oceans important? 70% of the Earth is covered with water. The ocean is our planet's life support system. Plankton that grows on the ocean surface creates half of the oxygen that people and animals need to breathe. The oceans keep Earth's temperature mild. Oceans absorb heat from the sun near the equator and move it north and south. Oceans help warm the land in the winter and cool it in the summer. Beaches at the shores of oceans are favorite vacation places. 1 billion people eat fish as their main source of protein. Fishermen earn a living on the ocean. All kinds of waste. For a long time, people thought that garbage, sewage, oil spills, toxic waste, and other things could not harm such a large amount of water. Countries use oceans as a huge garbage dump. About 1.5 billion pounds of trash enter the ocean each year. Right now, the pollution of the ocean harms the Earth in hundreds of ways. It kills dolphins, whales, shellfish, and other marine animals. Fish from the oceans are contaminated with toxins, mercury, and other bad things. Plastic. The worst part of the garbage that goes into the ocean is plastic. Plastic does not decompose. Plastic breaks down into smaller pieces, but never disappears. Most plastic comes from grocery bags, plastic water bottles, soft drink bottles, yogurt containers, butter containers, and all sorts of packaging. Plastic straws add up to people use these plastic things once and then throw them away. Fish, whales, sea turtles, and other marine animals eat the plastic. They may starve because the plastic fills their stomachs. They cannot eat enough good food to survive. If we keep throwing plastic into the ocean, soon there will be more plastic than fish. Garbage patches. There are 5 giant garbage patches in the world's oceans. Plankton grows on the tiny pieces of plastic. Toxic waste sticks to the plastic. Birds and fish eat the little pieces. Larger animals eat those birds and fish. When people eat contaminated fish, they can get sick. The garbage patch in the northern Pacific Ocean is larger than France. Oil. There are thousands of oil spills each year. Oil from boats, airplanes, cars, and trucks floats on ocean waters. The oil contaminates plankton and fish. Oil can stay in the water for many years. Oil damages life in the area of the spill. It suffocates the plants and animals there. Chemicals. Farms use fertilizer on their land to help plants grow. They use pesticides on the plants to kill insects. They use other poisons. Rain washes this toxic waste into rivers and then into the ocean. Dead zones. The fertilizer in the ocean causes algae to grow rapidly. Algae take oxygen out of the water. In some parts of the world, there are large, dead zones where there is no life at all under the layer of algae. One large dead zone is in the Gulf of Mexico. Sewage enters the ocean as well. Cities in India, China, Indonesia, and Africa flush sewage directly into rivers, which bring it to the oceans. Ew! Radioactive waste from nuclear reactors also gets into the ocean. Radiation enters the food chain through kelp and plankton. Beaches. Most of the beaches of the U.S. are pretty clean, but many other countries on the Pacific and Indian Oceans have closed their beaches. The water was polluted. There was too much garbage on the beaches. The Pacific Ocean is more than 5,000 miles wide, but trash from Japan, China, Indonesia, and other Asian countries floats east. Some of it lands on our West Coast beaches. Ocean noise. Noise is also polluting our oceans. Noise comes from large tankers and Navy sonar. Underwater blasts from ships searching for oil travel faster and farther than on land. These noises shock many sea creatures and interfere with their life. Thermal pollution. Power plants and some factories let out hot water into the streams and oceans. Many marine plants and animals can live only at certain temperatures. They die when the temperature suddenly changes. Acid rain. Marine plants and animals live in ocean water that is slightly alkaline. Most of them cannot live in the acidic conditions. When fossil fuels burn, they release chemicals into the atmosphere. The chemicals combine with water in the air to form acids. When it rains, these acids are in the rain. This acid rainwater changes the ocean water. When the oceans become less alkaline, a lot of marine life dies. The cleanup has begun. Hundreds of organizations have formed or increased in size to help clean up the ocean. Businesses, restaurants, cruise ships, oil companies, and supermarkets are all now aware of the problem. Many countries are banning some kinds of single-use plastic. They want to collect such plastic and recycle it by making other products. Restaurants, amusement parks, and even states are banning plastic straws. An inventor with an idea for cleaning the Great Pacific Garbage Patch raised money to build and send a giant floating trash collector and clean up the plastics and microplastics there.